Alrighty, hello and welcome everybody to tonight's instant scary dino action. Going back to the chat though, it kind of cut out on me the last time I did this near the end. It was usually pretty good for the whole stream, but if for whatever reason I'm not answering you guys, that may be because I have to reload the chat on my phone, which I'm using to watch as I play the game. We'll see. Hopefully it all stays together, but yeah, if I'm silent, definitely maybe message me in the Discord, something like that. But going back to the list for tonight, still very similar, the scary dinos, Tyrannosaurus Rex and Carnage Tyrant, 4 of each. Pretty crazy, pretty scary. 4 copies of Castle Garenbrig. It just seems like the best land I could want to use. 6 green mana, but you can always or also use that mana to activate abilities of creatures. Not too many creatures we need to use that for. However, there is the new addition, re-edition, Nylea Keen-Eyed. Tuna green, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature, put it into your hand, so maybe a little bit extra draw, something like that. A way to sink extra mana into it. We don't tap her, so in a pinch we could make 6 green and then do Nylea's ability twice, which would be quite fantastic, maybe on the end of the opponent's turn. But Nylea does have indestructible and 5 power and makes creature spells we cast cost 1 less, so that might bring things in range. Tyrannosaurus Rex as the main thing. If he costs 6, boom, Castle Garenbrig, we make 6 green, cast this big, lovely, amazing new addition. Then shifting Ceratops, we could also use that green to give it haste, reach, trample, all that good stuff. So I'm quite excited for it. Otherwise, nothing is too crazy. I am trying tonight. You can see there is something missing for a single green. Taking out Commune with Dinosaurs. Yeah, just seeing how it feels. Kind of hoping the Great Henge and Nylea are ways to get a little bit extra advantage, whatever it happens to be. Mana base, nothing crazy there. 3 mountains, 3 forests. I'm upping the number of mountains just because it seems a little bit low on the mountain side of things with Castle Garenbrig. If this was dual lands, I'd feel quite safe, but sometimes I have gotten caught out not having enough sources of red or no sources of red, because this only gives me green, unfortunately. So that's why I'm going 3 and 3. I could possibly see myself going 2 forests and 4 mountains just to increase that. Maybe going up to 7, 8 basics. Again, because Topiary Stomper and Thunderherd Migration both grab a basic out. Sometimes I do run out of basics to grab with 6, but it's not often. The odd time. Especially if Azorius Control is casting Settle the Wreckage. That's very scary stuff. Sideboard, that is where the namesake comes tonight. Instant scary. Tail Swipe, fantastic. Used it in a couple nights quite a while ago when Dominaria United was first released, but the main idea being cheap, as cheap as possible, instant speed, interaction. We're going to take out the Locust God. That's part of the combo for Indomitable Creativity. You cheat out the Locust God and Sage of Fables, something like that. Either way, they can continually draw a card, then they make a little Locust token, 1/1 haste flying. Then they discard a card, draw a card. It's a nasty, nasty cycle. They make however many little locusts they need to be lethal, flying haste, and unfortunately gets the job done. So the plan is Tail Swipe. I'm gonna fight the Locust God, take it out before they can make a whole bunch of stuff, or possibly Cinderclasm, 1 in a red, boom, after they've made all their little locusts. I just deal 1 damage and completely wipe them out. And that should hopefully buy us enough time. But there's also Rampaging Frostodon. It's not an instant, but when they make little tokens, boom, they keep getting pinged. So if we can hopefully deal a little bit of damage before that combo goes off. They may not be able to make a whole lot, maybe not enough to kill us, because they would kill themselves. Or if I can maybe get 2 rampagings, that'd be pretty fantastic. But yeah, this list is really, it's about taking down that deck. Nasty, nasty. I won the Pro Tour. It's a little bit different, the stuff that Indomitable Creativity is grabbing, just because those cards aren't legal in Explorer at the moment. World Spineworm and Xenagos, God of Revels, I believe it is. That combo right there allows the World Spineworm to attack with haste as a 30-30. World Spineworm is a 15-15. Oh man, it is not a pretty sight. That'll be coming eventually in Explorer. And we'll see if it's sooner rather than later. But for now, that's the plan. That's the aim. Interact instant speed. And it's not so narrow. We could use this for a wide range of other stuff. But since I'm interacting with, fighting things and pinging all creatures, of course, Ripjaw Raptor, make use of that enrage whenever it's dealt damage to draw cards. So that's also going to be nice. Drawing cards from this. The Great Henge. Getting some more with Nylea. I'm liking that. That's been kind of the one angle I've wanted to shore up over the past few days. Tweaking things. Seeing what it can make happen. Alright. I say we jump into it. Get things going. Oh, zombies. My mono black zombies for whenever there's a quest to play a bunch of black cards. Alright. Good to go. Watch it be Greasefang. That would not be so good. Oh boy. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself. Yikes. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't have anything really graveyard, anything dedicated for graveyard hate. I could get Greasefang with Tail Swipe, instant speed. Fight the Greasefang before it cheats out that big vehicle. So there are ways I can still deal with it. Just not the fantastic shutting down potential of Weathered Runestone, stopping anything from coming out of the graveyard onto the battlefield. It is really nice. You just pay 2, you slap it down, and you're good to go. And this hand certainly looks like it's good to go. We got, I'll go with the mountain. No big deal there. We got a forest. Eventually Castle Garenbrig will enter untapped. Now, hopefully Marauding survives. Nope. No Fatal Push. That is very exciting stuff. Power Word Kill. Hey, that's alright. If they want to use Power Word Kill on Marauding, I'm always happy for that, because it's basically unconditional removal. Using it on somebody cheap that Fatal Push could have been used on. Yeah, hopefully that means Galta is a little bit safer, Regisaur Alpha, that sort of thing. If Domri survives, we get Carnage Tyrant next turn. That would be pretty sweet. Okay, well. They did the Liliana. It's a little bit rough. Of course, we have to preserve Castle Garenbrig. Galta, basically. Okay. Take Liliana down to 1 with the hasty Regisaur Alpha. That is what I want to do. We would have to sacrifice Carnage Tyrant anyways next turn if we just played him, so it doesn't make sense. They can't take out the token. Oh, take her out. I forgot. Domri buffs the token and Liliana just goes away. I didn't even account for its power boost. Sometimes I forget about that fact, but hey, we took out Liliana and that's where it's at. But it was tempting not playing Carnage Tyrant. Now the question is, yeah, just Carnage Tyrant. What am I thinking? Well, I would like to take out Graveyard Trespasser. Nah. I would like to get Carnage Tyrant. Let's not mess around. Boom. 6 for 8/6. Trample haste can't be countered. Hexproof. Boom. Lovely. That's alright. As long as they can't take out Regis Ralph, if they played another Liliana, we would just sacrifice that and Carnage Tyrant would, boom, finish him off. Alright, alright. There you go. You saw right there the power of Castle Garenbrig getting us that Carnage Tyrant. Lovely. It's like I had another land. It's a 2-in-1 land. Beautiful stuff. Okay, mono black. I don't have any bouncers beat down or stuff like that, unfortunately. Shifting Ceratops does die as easily as Ripjaw. There's the potential of drawing stuff with Ripjaw that I like. Although Shifting Ceratops being 5 power to trade with Sheoldred, that is also pretty good. Let me think. Yeah, I'm going to keep Ripjaw out. That could hurt us with Sheoldred, unfortunately. The Great Henge might be rough as well. I want that tail swipe fight a little bit more. Man, that was beautiful though. Perfect. I was worried Domri might go down. Definitely a fantastic Swiss Army knife. I love having multiple copies, and well, the algorithm is on our side tonight, it seems, because that is another lovely hand. Oh my goodness. And no turn 1 Thoughtseize, which is always very nice. Now I imagine Marauding is also going to go down, but yeah, next turn we still get Domri. Power word kill. Sheoldred's Edict. Okay, that's good. That's good. Instant speed making us sacrifice a creature. Very good to see that go away. So, one less thing that can take out Carnage Tyrant or Tyrannix Rex, any of that stuff. Now, hopefully Domri survives again, getting us to Carnage Tyrant next turn with the Castle Garenbrig. Not. It's okay. We'll still get to 4, be able to play Shifting Ceratops. And then we just got to get to 5. Carnage Tyrant online. Good to go. Yeah, just shifting. Ooh, okay. I imagine they'll be able to take out Huntmaster at least, or have instant speed removal. That shifting is gonna go down to something. That's okay. Could possibly have Tyrannix Rex next turn. If we draw land, he's reduced to 6 at the moment. Well, he's back to 7. Okay, we still could have Carnage Tyrant. That would be pretty nice, but Calatus, the lifelink, and the fact that it can get quite a bit bigger if they sacrificed a zombie, I believe it is. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, no, we're not going to win that one. A sweeper would be good. Well, maybe something a little bit more powerful than Cinderclasm, but again, instant speed, we got to take out, we got to watch out for Indomitable Creativity. It got me once today, and it got me pretty good, so that's the main idea. I just don't want it to get me, and again, not such a narrow use that I couldn't use it to take out other, little aggressive stuff. 2 damage potentially with Cinderclasm is decent. I really do like 3 damage. I think that is the sweet spot for sure. This hand, not exactly so sweet. We got Marauding Raptor, able to play it, but it could go south real quick. 1 mulligan. Oh, better. Much better. Infinitely better, I would say. Thunderherd Migration. Next turn, maybe. Huntmaster, depending. Thoughtseize. We finally see it. That's okay. If they're smart, they'll get rid of Thunderherd Migration. 100%. Okay. Okay. Well, good on them. Definitely. Power word kill on the Huntmaster. Or maybe waiting to see if, oh, okay. Lots of pain to start off with, but things are going well. You know, at the very least, it looks like we'll get Shifting Ceratops next turn, one of these. Hopefully they don't have another Thoughtseize, but Misery Shadow, not so bad. It's always quite rough when they go back to back to back Thoughtseizes, but sometimes, as has been the case, I still win through all that. They run out of gas, unfortunately, and then I'm just able to drop whatever bomb, get the job done. Something scary like Tyrannix Rex. MtG Tavern, how's it going? Yes. The new Galta certainly does look interesting. Very, very interesting. Still not entirely sure how I'll make use of it, but I'll definitely give it a good go. I'm not going to be blocking with Shifting Ceratops next turn, so try and do as much damage as possible, and they could easily kill Shifting anyways. Certainly, I imagine they'll have, oh, Tyrannix Rex is going away. Nuts. Hopefully we get a Carnage turned. Again, there's a pretty good chance for Carnage for Rexes. Oh yes, yes. I saw somebody mention that, and I realized, yes, it is a dinosaur vampire. So there is some more potential to cheat that version of Galta out. Topiary Stomper. Get another land, get closer to 7, and hopefully make something happen. But we're running out of options, that's for sure. Yeah, get a bunch of bodies. I want multiple bodies I can use to block in case they got big stuff. Although they haven't removed anything, so I'll just, keep playing it safe. Hopefully getting to that 7th land or Tyrannix Rex, which we can play now. We've got 6, including Castle Garenbrig, meaning we get to 7. We could get them sneakily. Although Kalitas might get big, depending if they get a vampire or a zombie, I believe it is. They can sacrifice it, put some counters on them. But yeah, I might try Sorin, Snorin. Vampire dinos. That might be a nice April Fool's variation. Oh, okay, so it seems like they can't kill a whole lot. Now we're building up a bunch of bodies, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'll go with Shifting. I could get some nice damage through if Misery Shadow blocks it. I still have 1 green left, so that would be alright. Decent. Taking out Misery Shadow so I don't have to worry too much about it. Not sure why they spent 1 into it, because I still get some damage through. I guess, well, yeah, less damage going through to them and then still leaving them with 1 to use Fatal Push and take somebody out, unfortunately. But they are down to 6. All we gotta get is one of the big scary guys. There's 7 of them still in the list coming up. Now, how high can Kalitas get? That is the question. I would kind of like to take him out. Nah, I'll take it. At the most, we would take 6. Oh, okay. Maybe they had another copy of him in hand, which that would have been not so nice. We would have lost the token. Oh, there we go. Phew. Hopefully that does the trick. I mean, if they sacrifice it, the full damage goes through, just how Trample works, which is pretty nice. Now, hopefully they don't have enough to get rid of Tyrannex Rex. They have to pay an extra 4 if they do have removal. 8, 10. We're not quite dead. Unless they can do 2. Yeah, they have 10 at the moment. Maybe they have something up their sleeve. Not entirely sure. Regis Sword, take out Murderous Rider. Yeah, that makes sense, I hope. Yeah. Force him to sacrifice it, make him bigger, and we're still alive. Beautiful. I love it. Math is for blockers, and I did the math, and we got her done. Splendid. I think they were maybe off on their math, perhaps, or they realized right as everything went through, oh, nuts. Maybe they added on the counters with Calatus, but they didn't remember to subtract the thing from the creature that was going to die. I don't know, but as you can see, just draw one of those big scary things. Sometimes it takes a turn. Sometimes I don't see a single Carnage Tyrant or Tyrannex Rex the entire game, which really is unfortunate. You never know what you're going to get, of course. Yes, Darth Adder, it was looking pretty sweet. Like I was saying, it's crazy. I never would have expected to sometimes not see either Carnage Tyrant or Tyrannex Rex. Man. But yeah, it's doing the trick. Crazy stuff. 19 lands, 20 lands, super duper low, whatever you want to do. Yeah. Very exciting stuff. But this hand also looks pretty exciting, I must say. We got 4 lands in Topiary Stomper. That right there, instant keep. Definitely nice to see Great Henge. Hopefully that comes into play once or twice. Well, it's not going to come into play this game because they discarded it. Ouch. Back to back mono black perhaps. This could be Rakdos, but again, I've taken down Rakdos pretty nicely. Pretty good fashion. Luckily, Topiary Stomper is still sticking around, so that's going to be a big positive. Nighthawk's well, that's not so positive. Okay, well, we'll just keep ramping. Unfortunately, we're a little bit flooded. I mean, as you can see, even with 19 lands, stuff like that still happens. Rough. But we do have Shifting Ceratops, somebody that we can use to block Nighthawk Scavenger next turn. We're going to have an extra mana up that we can give reach to Shifting Ceratops, so it doesn't feel too bad. It's only 2 damage from the Nighthawk Scavenger. That's pretty good. Of course, if I drew a Carnage Tyrant, definitely I would be going with that, and I just have to cross my fingers that they don't have removal for shifting, but being mono black, there's a pretty good chance with that. Just hopefully they attack with the Scavenger. Maybe they want me to lose the shifting? Possibly. I'm just happy to take it out. Just get it out of the way. Sheltered Thicket though, very fantastic land. You get it late game, you get it when you have enough. It's the best because you just get something different, like we're going to get right here. See what happens. We'll still be able to play Shifting Ceratops. not attack with it, but there you go. Tyrannix Rex. That's where it's at. We get the Rex next turn as long as they don't see it. Cross your fingers they don't have Thoughtseize or no Thoughtseize. I like that. Oh my, look at all those lands. Now, of course, the Nighthawk Scavenger is going to block Shifting or Topiary. I'm actually going to attack with both and see what happens. I want to get the Death Touch thing out of the way and then play the big thing. Certainly if they had seen the Rex, maybe they would not have blocked with Shifting and just held it up. Hopefully they don't play something else with Death Touch. Oh boy, that would not be good. At the very least, at the moment, it has hexproof. They would have to pay or play 2 more lands, 1 more land at least, to have extra. Shieldred, that's not fun. Oh, lands for days, my goodness. 19. My oh my. Well, Shieldred certainly is going to block. Let's just make it happen. Do a bunch of damage. Even though we lose it, we don't want to keep taking 2 and them gaining 2. Cross your fingers they don't play another copy, though. Lillian of the Veil, that's not nice. Nuts. We'll get there. Looks like we got a good chance. No more lands, though. Ouch. I guess we didn't really need it. Let's get another Tyrannix Rex. Carnage Tyrant. Lillian of the Veil is only at 1 loyalty, so we may not have to sacrifice it. They do have other ways to make us potentially sacrifice Carnage Tyrant for Rexes. Well, it's not over yet. We could get a big enough swing that it's just lethal, whatever Phyrexian Obliterator blocks. Gonna keep that in mind. Hope for the best. Of course, I don't imagine Phyrexian Obliterator is ever going to attack and leave themselves open. Fiend Artisan. Oh, but yikes. Back-to-back Phyrexian Obliterators tends to do the trick. My goodness. I'll take 5. Maybe that's their undoing. Oh, the Great Henge. It's looking pretty great, but not so great because, well, they would have to attack with at least 2 Phyrexian Obliterators. That's... Yeah, our chances were obliterated, unfortunately. Just drew quite a few. Too many lands, but we have a plan. Kind of. It's been quite some time since I faced Phyrexian Obliterator, actually, so kind of catches us off guard a little bit. I figured people got it out of their system and maybe I wouldn't have to face it as much. Rampaging Frostodon, well, you know, seems like they do have a decent amount of creatures, and the Menace is nice, maybe sneaking through some damage. But players can't gain life. Stopping Shieldred from, well, gaining too much life is pretty nice indeed. Yeah, I'll keep it as is. Don't really feel like bringing in anything else. Oh, War Tameo. Okay, yeah, I wondered about that. Oh, anything that goofs over the Phyrexian Obliterator, definitely going to be on my radar, for sure. Nothing super fancy. There is 3 Great Henges in the list. I can go over the list after this match. I'll try my best to remember. But just lots of instant speed interaction. Pterosaurus, dealing with Indomitable Creativity, the Locust God, and Sage of the Falls, or whatever it's called. Whenever a non-human enters the battlefield, they draw a card and discard a card. But then the Locust God, whenever they draw a card, they make a 1/1 Locust with haste flying. Infinite Loop, well, of course, when they run out of cards, they would stop before then. But yeah, they make enough flying, haste, little creatures, and then they just swing for lethal, unfortunately. But with Cinderclasm, the plan is to, well, kill them all before they swing, because they have 1 toughness. So Cinderclasm for 1 and a red, deal 1 damage to each creature. Boom. Get her done. Hopefully. Yeah, oftentimes I lack instant speed interaction myself, unfortunately. But still seems I get the job done, and hopefully Huntmaster survives and they don't have a fatal push. But Cut, how's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Certainly you'll have less snow than I have to shovel. I thought winter might have been over, but that is not the case, unfortunately. Family's doing good. Happy to be streaming again after a few nights there. Just couldn't really make it work, unfortunately, but definitely a lot more often than previously, I must say. Sheltered Thicket, I would kind of like that. We can't get Galta or the Great Henge. We do have Plaza of Heroes, so that's our land, and there's Regisaur Alpha. Very good stuff. As long as Domri and Huntmaster are sticking around, we would get Regisaur Alpha next turn. Hit by a Snow Squall, though. Oh. Nasty stuff. But they have the Obliterator. And that is also nasty and scary. We will be getting Galta. Gotta keep that in mind. Certainly not fighting the Phyrexian Obliterator. We just have to hope they don't have anything that can fight. But the fact that the Great Henge could be coming down next turn, hopefully is coming down next turn. That might just be a lethal, overwhelming swing right there. Yikes. Celsius 80. Well, it's definitely well, it's not super cold, that's for sure. Nuts. At the very least, we do have another copy of Galta, so I think we still might be looking pretty good. Yeah. Oh, they only have, oh, and Marauding. Okay, this is where it's at, folks. Great Henge for 2. And we could just barf so much stuff that it doesn't matter. Prepare yourselves. Things are certainly heating up. Getting up to 80 degrees. But yeah, oh, that would be nice. Draw body. That's not a body. But is it enough to kill him? 5? No. I could use Regisaur Alpha to... No, I don't want to do that. What am I thinking? Okay. We just swing for the fences, and I think that should do the trick. Yeah, definitely. I think that is a fantastic thing. That's actually the art for tonight's thumbnail, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, it's funny you should mention that. Raging Regisaur, I believe it's called. 2 and a red and a green for a 4/4 whenever it attacks. 1 damage to any target. Maybe a little bit extra damage to the opponent, but yeah, very versatile. Pinging that Raging Raptors, Ripjaw Raptor, whatever it is. Haven't used it a whole lot, but Trapjaw Tyrant as well. Very, very satisfying indeed. It's pretty nice. We can keep doing it. Multiple turns. Splitting up pings really does help quite a bit, and just doing 1 to each creature that's out only once, decent, but when you can just well, either split it up or do it over multiple turns, that value really starts to build up quite a bit. Would like to keep this hand. I think it's a little bit too risky without a source of red, even though there's... You know what? I'm going to keep it. I have a sneaky suspicion good things could happen. not so good. They may have killed Marauding Raptor anyways, so maybe it didn't matter. Maybe they survived. That's okay. One Great Henge going down. Oh, anything that helps ramp for the T-Rex. That's good in my books. The Great Henge, tapping for 2 green. Anything that reduces the cost of creatures. I really enjoy quite a bit, I must say. Getting Tyrannix Rex, hey, there we go. Boom. Thunderherd Migration. Get our source of red. We're off to the races. Almost grabbed a forest there, but yeah, if you can get Tyrannix Rex down to 6, Castle Garenbrig tapping for 6 gets you it right there. Lovely, lovely stuff. Yeah. Oh. What do I want to do? Let me think. Well, it's got to be Regisaur Alpha. Use up as much mana as possible. Potentially, if we draw another land next turn, we go Marauding plus Regisaur, which would be quite lovely indeed. Is the token alive still? Oh, does it connect? Maybe they're saving Fatal Push for Marauding Raptor. That is the question. Oh, I know. I hope all you guys watching right now, later on, whenever it is, Castle Garenbrig. Boom. You get to 5, you get to 6. Oh, and there's the land, like I was saying. They're starved a little bit. That's okay. I don't feel too bad facing mono black. And gets the job done. Look at all that damage. Everybody hasty, massive power. I think we got him. I hope. You just never know. Yeah, and you may have seen my post about Castle Garenbrig. I know it's somewhere in my collection. I think that would be a very sweet video. Maybe doing a live stream looking through all the stuff you didn't see from when I did it previously. It was mostly focused on my dino stuff, but my collection is a lot bigger than that. A lot of very interesting things. That would be pretty good, but I could swear I have at least a few copies of Castle Garenbrig. If I don't, I'll definitely finish off the playset. I don't see a land for me for this particular list that could possibly be better than that. A land that taps for 2 mana. How can I beat that? Stable ramp. Stable wins. All right. Castle Garenbrig is I guess it's a little bit expensive. It's one of the more expensive castles, I believe. Maybe for good reason, but a lot of people forgot about it, maybe have never used it, maybe think it's too restrictive. 6 green mana and maybe a dual colored list. Not so good. Hard to say. But some good wins so far. That's pretty nice. So a great way to start. Yeah, my goodness. Maybe it's the night of all mono black watch. I bring in Bouncer's Beat Down to deal with specifically black permanents. Then I never face mono black again. But opening another copy of Elesh Norn, Mother of Machines, kind of rough. It is nice to turn off the enter the battlefield effects of creatures. One time I stole this with the Akroan War. That was very nice. I forget exactly what deck it was. Enigmatic Incarnation, I think. But Marauding Raptor's ping is doubled. So 1 Marauding Raptor hits a creature for 4 damage, unfortunately, and that is not something I really ever would want to do. 2 Marauding Raptors, boom, 8 damage to each creature that enters the battlefield under your control, and that's not a fun time. It could kind of be, possibly, it could be useful. Boosting, 1 Marauding Raptor quite high. 1 creature gets 1 Marauding to be a 6-3, and then another one makes it a 10-3. So you could make that Marauding Raptor very big efficiently. Give it trample, double strike, that sort of thing. Maybe do a sneaky lethal that way. That'd be pretty fun, I think. Oh, I forgot to show off the list. Okay, well, I remember just as I joined. Luckily, it didn't find an opponent instantly, but I'll bring it up for you. Rhythm of the Wild. Yeah, it is good. It is good. Yeah, you would think people would like pirates. I mean, merfolk certainly had support previously, but pirates, I guess maybe, I don't know, maybe pirates and dinosaurs are about even in popularity. No, I guess maybe dinosaurs maybe are more popular. Hard to say, but I'm just happy we're going back. We're getting some more dinosaur tech, hopefully. A very good lord. Yeah, very popular. Zakama, I think, has come down. At one point, though, Zakama was $70, $80 US. I'm not exactly sure yet. I haven't checked in a while. But yeah, Zakama, Gishath, yes, Tail Swipe. Good stuff. So, the cheapest instant speed fighting interaction. Ripjaw Raptor, a 4-5 Tail Swipe. Even if it's not our main phase, boom. We take out the Locust God. I'll bring that up for you guys just in case any of you... Locust... Just in case any of you haven't seen this or seen the combo. Something that deals with flying creatures would also take out the Locust God. When the triggers are on the stack, when they start the loop to make enough insects for flying and lethal. But yeah, boom, Locust God. Has 4 toughness, Tail Swipe. Ripjaw Raptor, 4 power. Take out the Locust God, maybe they made 1 insect, something like that. They could respond, you got to keep in mind, they could respond to Tail Swipe by paying the Locust God's ability, 2, a blue and a red, to draw a card, discard a card, and then they keep making the insects with Tail Swipe further down on the stack, and eventually, you know, we would still lose. But chances are, if they've cheated out the Locust God with Indomitable Creativity, they had to pay at least 5 plus sacrifice some other things. So there's a very good chance, I think it's most of the time, they wouldn't also have another 4 to be able to draw a card again. They might have something cheap, unfortunately, but that's the main idea with this. Tail Swipe will take out the Locust God to turn off that combo, or Cinderclasm for 1 and a red to take out all the insects after they've made enough, after they think they've made enough. Yeah, oh man, I was happy with Tail Swipe. Maybe, even though, you know, a dino is featured in the art, perhaps we'll get some dinosaur support, dinosaur spells before Lost Caverns of Ixalan. I don't think that's probably going to happen, but it would be nice. But yeah, that's the main thing. Instant speed, take out Indomitable Creativity. That's using this combo. I don't want to get caught out by this again. Very, very painful stuff. Running tonight, cut. Oh, I've been a little bit more safe. I haven't done anything quite as crazy. I've upped it to 19 lands. Insane. Oh, my goodness. I added 1 more than last night. Wow. But, yeah, still crazy low. I think it works. Seems to be working often enough for me. Tons of cost reduction, ramping, Thunderherd, Topiary, Domri, Nylea here, a single copy, even though I might increase it just a little bit. Yeah, card advantage as well. Lovely, lovely stuff. And Nylea is an ability. Well, she has an ability. Castle Garenbrig's mana can be used for abilities of creatures. Boom. Maybe get another creature, or just use her ability at the end of the opponent's turn and get a couple more things into hand. Hopefully. 20 in all your decks. Yeah. No, definitely, maybe one day 17, but I think perhaps 19 is the lowest. I like 18. Technically 18 works, but just to up it slightly more, just to see 2 lands in the opening hand a little bit more consistently, being able to play these things. But things still seem to work without Commune with Dinosaurs, which you'll see is out of the list. Consistency doesn't seem to be hurt too much. No, hard to say. I enjoy it, and we'll see if maybe I face another mono black here. That would be very interesting for sure. Quite a bit with 20 lands. I guess it depends. Best of 1, best of 3, that can be quite a bit different with the hand smoothing algorithm in best of 1. There's lots of funny business going on, even though of course the games are quite fast. You only have to play 1. It just gives a different feel to every deck. It doesn't give the truest feel. If you took your deck and played it in paper, it'd be similar to best of 3 on Arena, but best of 1, it would be like a completely different deck, I think. Rolager. I think I've faced Rolager before. That name sounds familiar. Had to mulligan to 4 cards. Oh my goodness, that is pretty scary. I've done that before. Oh. I'll stick with this. 4 lands, 2 Domries. We get to play something for 3 that gets us to 5 on turn 4. Wouldn't get us to Tyrannix Rex, and this person has mulliganed twice. Maybe. It's Azorius Control. We do see a Teferi Avatar, of course. Strictly best of 3. Good stuff. Good stuff. Happy to hear. I think best of 3 is just superior. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh. You just never know. You got to get as big of a sample size as you can stomach with, a certain ratio. Try it out as much as possible before making any changes. I'd like to say 100 games, but that might be asking a little bit too much, unfortunately. But luckily for us, things seem to be going pretty well. Maybe this is Selesnya Angels. That's my bet at the moment. Although anything's possible. If Huntmaster sticks around, we get Tyrannix Rex next turn. That is just going to be stunning. Oh, it is Angels. And they're about to feel the pain of it not mattering how much life they have. I'm going to attack with Huntmaster. If Giada wanted to block it, that's fine. I love taking her out. 9. Beautiful. All again because of Castle Garenbrig right there. I like it. It's going to be an uphill battle for the... Oh, what am I thinking? Yeah. Tyrannix Rex, Domri fight. It's just a vicious cycle. But it seems like the right ratio. Again, technically, math-wise, theoretically, with 17 lands, you should see 2 in every hand. So with 19, that's 2 more than I need. You've got to imagine it's going to be fairly consistent with that to see 2. And again, you'd never think 2 could make it work. Luckily, the opponent stumbled enough. And speaking of tech, to do stuff to stuff. Rampaging Frostodon. You saw me mention the Locust God with all those little insect tokens. If we've dealt some damage, we have Rampaging out. It's going to ping with each token that enters. So Rampaging might stop the combo right there because they would kill themselves if they made enough Locusts to kill us. That is very nice. But we have it in, and it is pretty useful. against Angels. A Ripjaw, yeah, we want to fight some Angels, potentially. Lots of interaction here. Great Henge will cut that, partly because the life gain we lose, but again, we need Rampaging Frostodon. That's what it's got to be, and we got to make space somewhere. Tranix Rex, I'm going to keep Tranix Rex in because I have one with the Toxic, getting them to at least 10 poison counters. Didn't matter what their life total was. So that can also be helpful. Cut a couple Carnage Tyrants. 3 Carnage Tyrants, actually. I want to bring in that Tail Swipe to take out... Oh, 61 it was. I didn't remove enough, unfortunately. 61 card dinos. Too many Tail Swipes. I was so excited to interact and to have Rampaging Frostodon because I don't always have it in. It is the thing. That's a keeper. Look at that. Tons of interaction. The thing I want to see. Hopefully they don't exile it. Oh, my goodness. And we got Huntmaster. Really doing good. Now the question is, Thunderherd or Huntmaster? I just really want to interact with Giada if at all possible. Kind of like Thunderherd Migration. Let's do that. I won't reveal Rampaging Frostodon because that could make them play a little bit differently, but if I can get a 4th land next turn, I could play one of the dinos for 3 and then use Tail Swipe to fight. Oh. I feel they might be able to save Giada. I want to just straight up take her out. Question is, do a little bit of setup or not? You know what, I'm going to go for that. Huntmaster, Marauding, and I'm going to hope they don't kill him. They don't have a source of green yet, so I feel pretty positive about that. They could have it now and go Collected Company, unfortunately. Collected Company is about to happen. Ouch. Gotta be Collected Company. Oh gee, I wonder. I have no idea. Sideboard all the time. It is definitely good to always have Rampaging. You'll never feel bad because you can never get, hopefully, caught out. Oh, token decks. Again, maybe I should just always have it in myself, but I do like to, still try different stuff here and there. Let's go with Rampaging. That is going to draw out the Collected Company right here. Oh, they don't have Collected Company. They missed their window. If they did have it, they should have used it. Absolutely. I'll just attack with Marauding. I want to preserve Rampaging Frostodon, 100%. Okay. Tail Swipe, take out Giada. Let's do it. That'd be pretty good. Yes. Oh, got it. Oh, now we just have to hope that they don't have Skyclave Apparition to exile Rampaging and give them another chance. Oh boy. Okay. Nuts. But we still have Domri. That's going to take out Giada, whatever else they play. If they play something else. Hopefully they don't have a 3rd copy. But she is definitely something you want to get rid of. Absolutely. Well, I kind of want Domri to get to 4 for Nylea. That would also be good. You know what, let's do that. We got to get some lands, some more lands eventually. We got Rampaging, so I think we have a bit of time. Well, they only have 3, so we can definitely attack with Rampaging, I feel, quite safely. I don't think there's anything they could flash in. Oh, they might have another copy of this. I wonder if they have another copy in hand. Let's not do it, just in case. Rampaging Frostodon has to be preserved at all costs. I don't want to see that go down. JDX, how's it going? Long time no see. Hopefully all is well. As well as can be. Great news. Oh, okay. What's the news? Definitely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm doing great. Great right now, at least. Oh. Not too bad. Whatever they get, you know, we'll fight some angels. They stay at the life total they're at, and we stood. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Oh, and Tyrannix Rex. Man, we're just doing everything that we need. Okay. Righteous Valkyrie. No, Topiary Stomper. Gotta take out Giada. We don't want the angels getting too big. I was tempted to take out the Righteous Valkyrie, but seeing Giada, the angels getting bigger and bigger and bigger, that could have been rough, to say the least. So we'll leave it like that. Fifth? Oh, hard to say. The 10th? Oh, congratulations. Hopefully all is going well. But yeah, I guess I trimmed my beard pretty short, and that's probably what you're noticing. Definitely Domri is going down from that Righteous Valkyrie, I would imagine. But, you know, we have another copy in hand. I think we'll still make it happen. Oh, we can make some good stuff happen. Very good. Oh, I know what I want to do. Maybe. Nah, I'm just going to go with Nylea. It would be nice to get Nylea as a creature next turn. Use her to fight with Domri. I think we should be at... Oh, okay. I'll get a land and... Yeah, they thought they could destroy it, but indestructible. Ha. Good stuff. Gwenna, Elton. Yeah, oh, I've tried Gwenna quite a bit when she was first released. Fantastic potential, absolutely. Absolutely. Seems like a little bit of a workaround, maybe too much of a workaround. It's hard to say. There's a lot of dinos that are only 4 power or less, so sometimes I wouldn't be able to maximize Gwenna's potential. I would like to go Tyrannix Rex, though. We could be just dead next turn, unfortunately, with all this, so I gotta do some math right now. Yeah. Glad you caught me before I got off. Definitely, I was happy to start about an hour earlier. But Elton, now you got me thinking about Gwenna. Doing something with that certainly would help get Tyrannix Rex out easier. Yeah, there's lots of potential to help get these things out, but we gotta do something to someone. Take out Giada. Yeah. Domri, let's do that. And Topiary Stomper. To make Nylea a creature. Yes, that is what I was wanting to do. I almost forgot that point. That thing. Reach. Are we just dead? I think so. Math is for blockers. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're dead, if my math serves me right, unfortunately. 450 over the board chess. Hey, good stuff. You'll climb up there. Who knows how high you'll go. I was playing chess in... yeah, that does it, unfortunately. Almost got her done. But I played chess in high school, and I did pretty good. I liked it. I like Magic the Gathering better. That's pretty much where I started playing chess. Right when I first started high school. So, long time ago. Yeah. Classical. Oh, sometimes I watch chess matches. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Some people say Magic is harder than chess, more complex perhaps, but chess is not about luck, but Magic is a lot about luck. So very, very different games. There's only so much you can do with this game. Sometimes you just simply lose, and sometimes, wow, oh my, where's the excited dino? Proud, knocked out. That's just about the most perfect hand I could possibly hope for. 3 lands, Marauding, Thunderherd, Rampaging. Yeah, wow. All right. Let's get it done. Thunderherd. Be at 4 on turn 3 means we can go Marauding plus Rampaging Ferocidon. We got our 2 sources of red with the mountain there. So that's definitely looking good. Oh, double Speaker of Heavens. All right. Yeah, you definitely can bumble your way through games of Magic for sure. Here goes nothing. Oh boy. Bishop of Wings. Oh, is that... Get rid of him. Tail Swipe. Domri for 3. Topiary for 2 green. That's where I want to be. Now they could possibly take out Rampaging. Of course, if I attacked with it, guaranteed all 3 would block. I'll just attack with Marauding because it would be nice to take out some stuff. Possibly 2 things. Oh, I know. Chandra would be. Did you see the new version that we're going to be getting in March of the Machine? That certainly looks like a pretty nice new version. Scary. Scary like Rampaging Ferocidon. But we're not bumbling our way through this, folks. Oh boy. Regis or Alpha. Block things up. We'll take out Resplendent Angel and... yeah. We can't attack with Topiary Stomper. That's perfectly fine. Boom. That thing goes down. We ping when tokens are made. Good stuff. Now, can we make more good stuff happen when we attack? That's the question. I have to keep Rampaging back again. That can't die. Well, so we'll get some nice damage through here. I still have 1 green left over for Tail Swipe, which is lovely. Pokemon attack names on... Oh. The Good Fortune Charm. I don't know. Sometimes you're the Good Fortune Charm. Maybe the Bad Luck Charm. You know, differing opinions. You and I love this game, and you don't like the game as much. Not quite as much as me. Look at that. Boom. We'll take out Righteous Valkyrie. We got him. Lovely. Rampaging is where it's at. Man, that's sweet. Instant speed interaction is showing up. And ramp is... wow. Oh, goodness. Goodness me. Got him. Yes. There you go, folks. You can't wait for it to die. That's not a nice thing to say. Inevitably, hey. I love this game. Thankfully. Soon. Oh. Whatever would I do? I think, if Magic ever went away, dinosaurs ever went away, I'd be fine. I'd be sad. I'd still play them in paper. For sure, but... I'd maybe move on to something else, dinosaur related perhaps. But yeah, that was just a complete evisceration nasty. I mean, sometimes I think some of you guys might not want all 4 Rampaging Ferocidons. You might think 3 is enough. Of course, players can't gain life. You don't need more than 1 to shut off the life gain, but Rampaging Ferocidon is so important against certain decks, especially against Angels. You want to see it as much as possible, especially if you're not using Commune with Dinosaurs like I'm using tonight, which could increase the chances of seeing this thing. Maybe with Commune, perhaps I could see the case being made for 3 Rampaging, but just use 4 and have to worry a lot less. Oh, that was a lovely game, man. Back-to-back Mono Black and Selesnya Angels. You just never know. Hopefully, I face Azorius Control tonight. Something control related. It would be nice to take them down again. But it is definitely nice to take down Angels, because not too many people are packing players can't gain life. But Dinos, again. They have something for everything, I feel. But it definitely feels pretty good still, without Commune. I'm always a little bit worried cutting that, but then I think back to the times like tonight and other times when I haven't used Commune, and stuff still seems to happen. This, I don't know what I'm facing, and it could be pretty good. We got 2 lands, 1 source of red at least, be able to play Hunt Master plus Marauding Raptor, and we're on the draw, so we got 3 chances to see something get countered. I believe they have a sensor. Hey, I asked for Azorius Control, and it gave me Azorius Control. That's alright. Make disappear, sensor, you know something was probably going to happen. That's okay. Hopefully, they don't counter Thunderherd Migration. We'll see. Oh, they don't. This is good. That happened pretty quick, so I feel like it didn't hold up priority or pause for them. They may not have something. Of course, I bet they would counter Domri. Ooh, that was pretty much instant. I have a sneaky suspicion they don't have another counter spell. Maybe they just drew it. Maybe it's a Spell Pierce, Dovin's Veto to counter a non-creature. That's why they keep entering immediately. That could be it as well. Still, next turn I'll probably try Domri just because I can use him to ramp with 1 red, then still be able to play Marauding Raptor, but hopefully a land. Castle Garenbrig, of course. Ooh. Well, at least it is a land. My voice is the cure. Hey, good stuff. At least I'm not too high-pitched like some people, but again, actually, I'm going to try for Marauding Raptor and see if they do something to that. Okay, well, hopefully Domri connects. Cross your fingers. Dovin's Veto, Spell Pierce, Sensor. Something to stop non-creature spells. Negate. Oh. Now this is interesting. My goodness. If some mixture of this stuff sticks around, we could kill him next turn in 1 hit, depending. Oh, fade. Oh, Esper Control. Rafine's Tower. I didn't see they were partially in black. Ugh, nuts. Even more painful things, adding the black color. Not a pretty sight. Back-to-back fatal pushes. Okay, they just got lots of removal. Well, we have nothing to fight, of course, so I'm definitely just going to ramp. We get Regis or Alpha down. Maybe they have some kill spell for it. Hopefully that's not the case, because if that's not the case, Galta. Wandering Emperor? Maybe. Oh, another Egging Jarro. And oh boy, oh my goodness. we got a lot of options here, folks. We can go Tyrannix Rex. If we ramp with... Well, we have to ramp with Darmy. What am I thinking? No creatures again. Great Henge? No. Galton? I'm going to try for the Great Henge. I imagine that would... Okay, there's Absorb. So they couldn't have countered Tyrannix Rex, but I still feel like they would have been able to do something to them. They have a lot of mana. Seems like they could have paid the extra 4. But we still get to play Carnage turn. Look at that. Look at that. This is the matchup I want, which is, again, crazy to say. You better have another sweeper up your sleeve. Ooh, this match is the cure for anybody that hates control. Look at that. Do as much damage as possible with the other stuff that isn't Carnage Tyrant or Tyrannix Rex, and then they are forced to use a sweeper. Then you follow up with the big scary stuff. Alright, I'll just ramp again. And win. There we go. That's how you do it. That is why I think this particular list is favored for control. Azorius, Esper, Dimir. Look at that. We are the control now. I don't quite remember that meme. I know I've seen it, but that's a pretty good case. We still have some more to play, but you can see they couldn't do anything, basically. And again, Castle Garenbrig gets Tyrannix Rex. It got us Carnage Tyrant, but look at that. Boom. The Great Henge. I feel like taking the Great Henge out. It's pretty great to draw more stuff, but I want to be even more aggressive. Just something cheap. Rampaging Ferocidon. They got a couple things that gain life, so would also be nice to stop that as well. Gotta cut one more thing. Galta. Nylea being indestructible. We dodge the sweeper, which is pretty good, so that's a nice plus. Dino Life Control. Yes. Oh. I have to look up that meme Pterosaurus, though. We are the control now. Yeah, oh my goodness. I like that Dino Life Control. We control your life by sending it to 0. And certainly this is a lovely... oh, wow. We're being spoiled a little bit here. Definitely. Tonight. Things are going well. We got, look, tons of stuff for 2. We can quite safely go something, try to get it off through that potential counter spell. That happened pretty instantly. Maybe they don't have a counter spell again. Maybe they took the counter spells out. Well, we're going to see, because I'm going to try and ramp again. Stability, that is where it's at. Maybe they don't want to let this go off. They saw the bad stuff that happens, so they're weighing their options. I think they weighed their options. They wanted to possibly counter it right there. I bet they had enough. Yeah. That's alright. We got 5. We Castle Garenbrig. We got Carnage Tyrant or Tyrannix Rex if we draw them with this. Boom. Oh, there we go. They could have a sweeper. We're about to find out. Hopefully that's not the case. I hope we get at least one swing off. Could have maybe done a bunch of different stuff. But if they don't have a sweeper, it's definitely looking good. They probably want to sweep. Oh, they don't have a sweeper. Well, we've confirmed that. I feel they probably would have used it on one Carnage. Oh, Galta, my goodness. Okay. Right. Well, Domri, nothing to fight again. We'll ramp nice and stably with Topiary. Now the question becomes, when you're faced with this, does Teferi stick around? Did they get a sweeper? Do you want to leave Teferi? Yeah. Maybe if I was hitting them with Carnage Tyrant and they would have been dead the next hit, say they were at 16 or 14, something like that. I took them down to 7, so I could potentially have killed them with one more hit with Carnage Tyrant. Maybe I would have swung, but they're drawing 2 oh my goodness. They're drawing a lot. 2 extra cards a turn with Kaito and Teferi. Painful, to say the least. Hopefully we can continue to get some good stuff down. Maybe they have that sweeper. They're waiting for us to have a little bit more value. Hard to say. Galta, 100% would draw out that sweeper. I'll save Rampaging Frostodon just because I can't attack with it, unfortunately. It doesn't have haste at the moment. March of Otherworldly Light. Interesting. Well, I wasn't able to give it haste. Huh. Kind of wish I would have attacked both times with Carnage Turn. Yeah, I never know. But possibly taking out Teferi both those times maybe stop them from getting to that sweeper. It would be nice to reveal their hand. There are a couple things that do that. Always love gaining that information. It really helps plan things out. Kaya, oh, they gotta get rid of. They haven't gotten rid of Galta yet. Huh. They still have 4 for the sweeper though. They don't. Settle the Wreckage. They got something for someone. What could it be? Rampaging Frostodon. If it is the Wandering Emperor, we're going to stop that life gain from the exile. Okay. If they make some sort of creature, I'm going to leave Domri for now. Register Alpha would be nice to play. But we'll see what they do. Aha! Like I suspected. So it's good we at least got the Rampaging Frostodon. Would have been able to attack with that. Plus the token, deal an extra 8 this turn. That would have been nice. I'll ramp. Do some stuff. Hopefully we still get it done, but I definitely like trying to figure out what they're going to do and try and determine what they might have. The best guess. They don't have a sweeper because they just made a samurai. Oh, okay. That makes sense. But we still have Carnage Tyrant and we've got Register Alpha. We could have another Carnage Tyrant next turn, but again, hoping for that single copy, one copy of Tyrannix Rex. Haven't seen one yet. There's a good chance. Shifting Ceratops could be nice. Speaking of Shifting Ceratops could be nice. All right. Can we play both? That's the question. Castle Garenbrig. 4, 6, 9. 6, 9. I like it. We'll see if they have Settle the Wreckage. Hopefully that's not the case. Oh boy. I don't know about this. Settle the Wreckage. Okay. Maybe it's not, maybe they don't have Settle the Wreckage at all because it is Esper, possibly. March for the Worldly Light, okay, just lots of good removal. Carnage Tyrant taking them down quite nicely. They got to do something to sweep us. They have to find that sweeper basically this turn, I would imagine. Yeah. Okay. We knew it had to happen at some point. Fortunately, Domri's still sticking around, so he does protect against counter spells if I played another Regis or Alpha or something like that. Man, we've lost quite a bit, but still just, I don't know. Well, you know, I'll play it. I'm really hoping for, again, another Carnage Tyrant, Tyrannix Rex. We're almost we've almost gone through 20 cards in the deck and still only seen one Carnage Tyrant. There's 7 more scary dinos. I would have expected to see another one at this point, unfortunately. No, that wasn't the crying down. I pressed B and not C. Oh boy. Tyrannix Rex probably is going to get removed. They unfortunately have a ton of mana at this point. Carnage Tyrant. Well, see what happens with this. Hopefully it's saving us from the Regis or Alpha being countered. Maybe they just don't have removal for Domri, and well, we'll try and do as much as possible. They don't have a main land at the moment, which is pretty nice. That's alright. Hopefully we still get to attack with this little token. Certainly, I think the Samurai would block it. Tuara, Soaring City. Nuts. Not so good. Drawing a ton of stuff. A lot of extra cards each turn. That's pretty painful. It'd be nice to have some sort of sweeper that will also hit Planeswalkers. That really would have helped us out in this particular game. Tyrannix Rex, Carnage Tyrant, hopefully more lands. Maybe I gotta go down to 17. Reduce the possibility of a flood even more. Guess I could have fought the Samurai. We'll see what happens to Regis or Alpha. Oh, 7. That tends to do the trick. And they'll be able to take out Domri. That is an absolutely massive shark. My goodness. Well, you never know. We might be able to make something happen, depending what we draw. Hopefully it is something other than a land. Yikes. Oh, Storm's Wrath. 2 and 2 red. 4 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. There's the counter spells. So clearly it was nice having Domri to protect against. Don't imagine we're coming back from this. We'll see if we draw maybe a Carnage Town. No. We can't. Nuts. We can't bust through that. But yeah, Storm's Wrath, that's the one you're thinking of. That would be good. Some of those planeswalkers got pretty big, unfortunately. Out of range, but taking out Kaito, Teferi, the stuff that draws them, really make them starved for cards. I think we would have had an even better chance. Basically, with all that draw, they're probably getting a land pretty much every turn, I would think. a good chance to see a land if they're drawing, 2 extra. Now, that could be good. I mean, there's no Carnage Tyrants, Tyrannix Rex, anything like that, but very fantastic potential, especially with Nylea. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll try for it. We'll hope there's no Fatal Push. That's never nice. But hey, that's how it goes. Sometimes things sort of line up. Wow. All right. Boom. You can't Fatal Push shifting. They might do it to Huntmaster to stop shifting, doing its thing, but as you can see, it doesn't happen always. Often because Huntmaster is dead. The classic, fantastic, hasty shifting also with Marauding on turn 3. This is good. They're in a bit of an uphill battle here, though. Now the question becomes, Regisaur? Would they counter it? Let's go Topiary, get to 5 lands. If they sweep us next turn, we've got Regis. Okay, so they would have countered whatever we played. Definitely, I'm happy. Well, not happy they countered it, but I would have rather them counter Topiary than Regisaur or Nylea. If Regisaur resolved, we got to the 5th land and we were off to the races. Oh, I know. Huntmaster. Right there. It's lovely stuff, Elton. There's the 5th land. Well, we don't need to pay 2. No, okay. I'm going to try for Nylea. See if it draws out another counter spell. Okay. Nylea a little bit less impactful than Regisaur. The potential of Regisaur to just kill them. Very good. If they sweep us next turn, we can take them down to 2 with the token. This could be good. If they had a sweeper, they would have used it immediately. Or take out shifting. Do it. March of Otherworldly Light. Yeah, they don't have a sweeper. They would have, yeah. Yes, there we go. I've played against this deck before. We got him. We got him, folks. Look at that. Dead. That is how you do it. Oh boy. We're on fire tonight. Dinos are pretty good. Okay. Man, we're on a win streak. And you don't even need Commune with Dinosaurs. Yeah, I think that definitely worked out. The potential. It didn't take 30 minutes. Oh, I know that. You never know, but the wins are worth it. Just because you wouldn't expect Dinos to win against a control deck like this. People aren't used to maybe the thought of Carnage Tyrant shifting and Tyrannix Rex all together. But when you think about it, it's a nasty package. But yeah, saving Regisaur Alpha, there's very tempting. I could have played it and would have been countered. You saw how we went through 2 absorbs there. I felt like they had something. So draw out the stuff with the less impactful things. Again, if Topiary happened, boom, lovely, stable ramp. If Nylea happened, well, that's good as well. But we saved Regisaur, and we kept chipping away. They took out the most problematic thing, and boom, they were mostly tapped out. Play Regisaur. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Okay. Well, I don't know. We'll just keep going. I'll try and play for 2 hours. Probably 2 hours. I'd like to do another marathon again at some point. 4 or 5 hours. Tournaments as well. Definitely thinking about that. Well, that was good. I was so worried about that sweeper, but you got to think, if they don't play it instantly and they're about to die, you might have got them. Oh, I know, cut. My goodness. But yeah, it's hard not to resist the urge to play that Regisaur Alpha. You know you could do a ton of damage. You want to get them. Play the things that are slightly less impactful. And hopefully it works. This hand looks stunning. Lovely. Marauding. Domri. Regisaur. Well, some nights will go well. Some nights will not go so well. You just never know. You got to keep at it. Again, try and get as many games or matches as possible with any particular change. As many as you can stomach. And get the best idea. Maybe you can realize, oh, okay. Well, we got Angels again. You know what? I'm going to attack with Marauding Raptor, see if they block with it. Do it. Oh, they don't. If Bishop blocked, of course, Domri could have fought, finished it off after it was temporarily damaged. That would have been good. Cheese it a little bit there. They probably figured there was some shenanigans up, perhaps, or they had to preserve Bishop of Wings. Fortunately, we will be maybe tape. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on a sec. Let's see. We gotta take out Righteous Valkyrie. That is a given. Luckily, Domri is still at 3. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Boom. Hopefully we can get the win without Rampaging Frostodon. It's always nice when we can do that and surprise them with that tech when we bring it back in. Now, I'll attack with a token. I want to preserve Marauding Raptor if at all possible. And we still get through a lot of damage. Unfortunately, Marauding was down to 1. Didn't get to make use of it being 7 power. Oh boy. Oh, well. We can't fight with Domri, so we ramp. Not a problem. We can play the other copy? No, there's just Galta. Just play Galta. Good stuff. And hope they don't sweep. 23 there. The Bishop of Wings has to block for them to live. Okay. Alright. Huh. We took game 1 against Angels. Again, something I would not expect, but similar to the Selesnya. I think I dislike Selesnya versus Orzhov here. They might have green in, but just Selesnya being able to use Collected Company to cheat out possibly 2 Angels. Very scary stuff. Although I guess with Orzhov being white and black, they would have more removal. Potentially. Gonna have to keep that in mind. Rampage and Frostodon might live, or might not live nearly as much. But similar to the previous outing against Angels, I'll cut Great Henge for Rampaging. Well, I kind of want to keep Galta, just because she did feature so nicely there. We got fortunate, that's for sure. Nah, I'll cut 1. And interact, tail swipe. Big time. Yeah. Shifting with Ripjaw. I like that. Get some more card draw. Eventually, certainly keep Domri in. Lots of interaction. That's where it's at. And 3 Carnage turned. Yes. Okay. Maybe this is the match that Tyrannix Rex's potential to get 10 poison counters on an opponent features in. Man, I think I was playing, pretty sure I was streaming when that win happened against Selesnya, where They calculated it. They went down to 2, but they forgot to calculate a swing or a hit from Tyrannix Rex, and that got them to, well, 12 poison counters. You only need 10, and then you're dead. That's not a very good hand, unfortunately. Paladin class. Spells your opponents cast during your turn cost 1 more to cast. That's doing not a whole lot for them. Not a great hand. Had to go south at some point. They can't all be good. That's a fact of life. Oh boy, that's not looking good either. Rampaging Frostodon next turn, possibly. Hopefully. Something, anything. Carnage Tyrant. Well, maybe we can get something done, but it might be another turn or 2. Ouch. Ooh. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't think we'll make it happen this time. Oh boy. Nope. Pretty painful stuff. Nasty. Yeah. Maybe no. I was thinking of bringing in Cinderclasm there. A lot of their stuff can get out of range of the 2 damage. Potentially, we could take out some of the weaker stuff, but yeah, pretty quick. Everything's out of range. You might get one thing. Definitely the interaction with Tail Swipe. That's what I'm hoping for. Was hoping for 2 lands with this hand. Of course, source of red and a source of green with Huntmaster and Rampaging would have been ideal. I'd risk it if it was on the draw, perhaps. Oh boy, that's not so good either. 1 and 1. One more mulligan. Oof, pain and suffering. Definitely Castle Garenbrig. We don't have a forest to help it come into play untapped, and oh my goodness. Very odd. The previous game, I was stuck on a bunch of Ripjaw Raptors, and, well, this one, I'm stuck on them. Hopefully we get them down and they can start eating some of the Angels or Clerics that they play. At least Thunderherd Migration, I mean, it will get us another land. And we cross our fingers next turn to get the 4th one. Oh, double bishop is not a sight you want to see. There's the tail swipe. Nuts. It's pretty unfortunate seeing not as okay, well, slow down there. That will do it. Yeah. That's all right. It does seem complicated to win. Definitely felt like I had enough interaction. Sometimes things just don't come together. Definitely I'm quite happy with the majority of the matches. I'm always happy to be playing dinos, but I mean, it's been a pretty good streak. It's got to end at some point, and just the Esper Control match I had before that, I mean, that's probably the best of the night. Lovely stuff. I don't expect that person's ever lost to dinos. Yeah. Okay, we got another Johnny. Oh, that is a good hand. Plenty of lands, Marauding, Huntmaster, mono red though. We're not starting off with Ripjaw Raptor, but bringing it in for game 2 is going to be very helpful. I expect Huntmaster is killed by something. Barf a bunch of Burning Tree emissaries, perhaps. That's okay. I'm definitely missing my sweepers. Brotherhood's End, of course. The Storm's Wrath, like we talked about, would be very devastating, excuse me, for this deck. Oh boy, that's... Well, when you've only played a Hunt Master, that's sometimes what happens. But sometimes you have a lot of good interaction with all the stuff I'm about to bring in. My. Their days are numbered, I hope. Great Henge? Great Henge would be good. Would be great. But we gotta cut something. I do like the life gain and whatnot, but I don't want to be stuck on multiple Great Henges when it could have been something else. Tranix Rex, lovely, but I think I do gotta cut some stuff at the top, make space for all these good things. Possibly cut Carnage Tyrant. I'm actually thinking about that to bring in the cheaper shifting, which is a nice body to deter aggression. Let's do that. I've always wondered about trying this out. I don't face mono red a whole lot. I think it's more popular in best of one. Definitely. But just trimming the top completely, the big scary dinos, bringing those two that cost 4. Or keep shifting Ceratops in, I guess. That's not going to do it. I'm going to give that one a go just because I like all the stuff I'm seeing at too, and tons of Ripjaw Raptors. Cinderclasm might be able to save us, possibly. Crush the weak. Yes, definitely anything that can do 2 damage. 100%. Taking out Kiki Jiki, Blood Tithe Harvester, it's still pretty good. Pretty beneficial. Sheltered Thicket, not so much. Would have been nice to go Thunderherd Migration and have the possibility of a kicked Cinderclasm to deal that 2 damage. It's gotta be Thunderherd. Tail Swipe next turn to maybe take somebody out, but possibly just drop Ripjaw Raptor. Maybe they barf a bunch of stuff and we take it out. Not quite. I'll go with Marauding. Might have to use Tail Swipe, but if Marauding survives, that's pretty good because we would ping. Oh, Torbran. I don't like that guy. This is going downhill quick, unfortunately. Deal damage. Come on. Well, I'm going to take it. I got to preserve Marauding. We might be able to make something good happen, even though we're going down to 5. They could certainly just kill us quite easily. Okay. As I was hoping. Okay. Certainly Ripjaw is going to fight Torbran. Let's see what happens. If I fight Torbran now, he wouldn't take out Ripjaw because he's gone back up to 5 toughness. Oh, that tends to do it. Okay, let's see what happens. This could get very interesting. So Ripjaw is going to take out Anax, Hardened by the Forge. Marauding has to block that. 2 blockers. And we'll see if we can survive, but they could easily finish us off with Embercleave, something like that. That's how it goes. I expected they'd have some direct damage ability. See if this next match is against Control. But again, you can see, I mean, I'll face Azorius Control, Esper Control, Dimir Control any day. If we're not playing creatures, or if we take a little while to maybe find some more lands. They haven't really done much. They're waiting for us to do something because they got counter spells and killing spells. So we have the time to build up to get to the big scary dinos that chances are they might not be able to do anything against. But if they don't kill those early things, things might just have gotten out of control. Marauding Raptor, Tepic Huntmaster, that sort of thing. I'm going to risk this one. I have one land plus Thunderherd Migration and 2 chances to see the second land, which, if the math holds up, I mean, I should have seen the second land already. But the fact I haven't seen it, I mean, I think there's a good chance I'll get it. But oh, there you go. Well, I mean, it's not a source of green, so it's still not ideal for Thunderherd Migration, unfortunately. Maybe Plaza of Heroes, I make that a source of green. But definitely green is quite a bit more important than red. It's hard to say, really. I mean, we get to play Marauding Raptor here and hope it's not killed. Needing red for Huntmaster and Marauding, but green for, you know, something like Topiary and Thunderherd. Sometimes it's rough. It's a little bit awkward. Now I just have to hope for that source of green. Don't really have anything for enchantments. Oh, we got Yorion, Fires of Invention. A fantastic deck, always potential to see it. Very uncommon, I would say. I just seem to see a lot of different stuff. But I think that's going to do it at this point. It would be very difficult to come back from Enigmatic Incarnation. They would probably sacrifice Leyline Binding to get Agent of Treachery, start stealing our lands, and it's over after that. Bought the cards to play Magic the Gathering Online. Good stuff. Good stuff, Junior. Happy to hear. I did make an account, or remake an account on Magic the Gathering Online for Pioneer. I haven't done it a whole lot, but I am planning to maybe feature some videos at some point. I tried one challenge, league, whatever it's called. It would be nice to maybe do some 5-0s, get featured on the official Wizards of the Coast website, you know, something like that. That's the plan, at least. I made my account name Arfie Games YouTube, just to be sure that, you know, people would say, oh, I'm gonna check that out. This crazy guy got 5-0 on Pioneer, on Magic the Gathering Online. We gotta see what that's all about. Dinosaurs. He was playing 19 lands and dinosaurs. This is unheard of. Well, they won't do much to Topiary Stomper. I'll get it down just in case I get to 7 lands at some point. I already have Topiary Stomper. Possibly could get to 7 lands next turn. If I draw one, then also go Thunderherd Migration. But at the moment, we got 5 lands, including Castle Garenbrig. We're in range of Carnage Tyrant. Or, actually, the Great Henge. That would be very good. Maybe this is the match that it features. I'm excited. Yeah, we go Castle Garenbrig. We can tap it for 2 for Thunderherd to reveal Topiary. Oh man, this is lovely. They gotta do something to the Great Henge. Or we could really just run away with things. Leyline Binding, I believe, can exile a non-land permanent temporarily. It might just be a creature, but I'm pretty sure it's a... Night of Autumn. That's no fun. Great Henge hasn't popped off, well, really at all tonight. I was hoping 3 copies, you know, would probably lead to us seeing it a little bit more. Oh, that's a tough one. No. Just get Carnage Tyrant. Don't ask questions. Get that guy down. I was thinking Topiary Stomper to get to the 7th land, be able to attack with the one I have out. But, yeah, just drop the threat. And hope you can make some good stuff happen. They would have to block with every single creature they have out at the moment. It is 6 damage, so trading with Carnage Tyrant. Unfortunately, Cavalier of Dawn, that's not nice. Okay, well, at least we got a body. Now I just have to hope that they don't continue to have removal for Galta. It's not so bad that we have multiple copies. That's often very nice. I'll hold her back just in case. Maybe, I guess Reflection would be copied. Cavalier of Dawn, take out Galta. Oh, ouch. Yeah, that's not good. I'll still hold out hope. Tyrannix Rex, something like that, but again, not having enchantment hate. Thrashing Brontodon could be nice, the classic, but back to nature, absolutely. 1 in a green, instant speed, destroy all enchantments. The ultimate hate against this deck. I'd probably use it more if I faced Yorion, Fires of Invention, Enigmatic Incarnation a little bit more than I do, because it's hard to come back from this. Nah, I'll take 4. And we'll see what happens. Ouch. Yeah, maybe I'm able to go Regis or Alpha plus Galta attack with enough damage to do something good. Yeah, no, I'm not coming back from that. Really nifty for you? Oh, okay, yeah. Beseju, I would like to add it, but being as low as I am on the lands, kind of shied away. There just doesn't seem to be much room even for one Beseju. I need all the lands I can get. I'd rather play Beseju as a land. It would feel pretty bad destroying something where instead I could have used that Beseju. It might be the land I need. Then I used it maybe too early, and I'm just stuck sitting and waiting, hoping for maybe the 5th land to be able to tap Castle Garenbrig and get to 6. Oh, it's pretty tight. Pretty tight indeed. But I'll leave it there. Luckily, looks like the chat was all nice. It continued. It didn't stop for whatever reason on my phone. And yeah, I think tonight was pretty good overall. Lovely showing. You know, good at the start, not so good at the end. You never know. Some of those hands were not so good, but you saw a bunch of hands that were even, kind of 50-50. Yes, have a nice rest of the evening. Pterosaurus was very nice matches for sure. Yeah, definitely. It does pretty quickly go over the top, I must say, especially if you don't have enchantment hate. Maybe I should just always have it. It's hard to say. Probably can't cover everything. We certainly do a decent amount with this. Tail Swipe was nice. Cinderclasm maybe is a little bit more important than Tail Swipe, taking out all those little things. That could be better. But overall, it was good stuff. Maybe don't need the Great Henge. Hit or miss. It's nice if we get it, but you can imagine taking out the Great Henge to put in something a little bit cheaper, something that also gives cost reduction, something that just comes down a little bit easier with a lower land count, something that costs 3 or 4, that sort of range. Yes, decent sized body being a 3/4, 100%. yeah, hopefully you have a nice night cut as well. Commune with Dinosaurs, Junior, 100%. For the past couple weeks I was using Commune, but specifically I just wanted to try out again not using it. You can see, you know, the first four matches, things, I mean, I went perfectly without Commune. Taking out Commune, which gives a little bit of card advantage digging, replacing it with 4 things that do a similar thing. Great Henge, we can't have multiple copies, but Great Henge gets us stuff and ramps. Commune with Dinosaurs can get us stuff and get us a land that allows us to ramp. And then Nylea can get us stuff with her ability, and she pseudo ramps with the cost reduction. So basically that's the idea. The Nylea, the 3 Great Henges, that's the spot that Commune with Dinosaurs would have taken up. Yeah. Hit or miss. It's all good. Use Commune, it's going to be fantastic. Don't use Commune, I think things still can be pretty good. As we saw tonight, you know, it is good for consistency, but you can still get some nice wins even without it. So hopefully Junior, Pterosaurus, cut. Lots of people tonight. Elton Wong, hopefully you have a good night, and glad you could join me. And yeah, stay warm. Hopefully you have less snow than me, and I'll see you next time, whenever that is. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Peace.